Check out with us all the awesome movies that are confirmed and will be released very soon. And to kick off our list of awesome movies, we have the return of the most beloved monster franchise on the big screen, with the confirmation of Hotel Transylvania 5. It is confirmed that the plot of the new movie will focus on our beloved Drac finally hanging up his cape to enjoy a well-deserved retirement alongside his new wife, Erica, passing the management and all the responsibility of the hotel over to Mavis's hands once and for all. Besides that, we have the theory that in this sequel, we'll see Dennis and Winnie all grown up in their teenage years and dealing with the crazy drama of Monster High School. And since we're talking about teenagers, it would be simply mind-blowing to see the childhood friendship of these two evolving, with them maybe starting to date in the middle of the movie. Just imagine Grandpa Drac and proud Papa Jonathan trying to help Dennis confess his feelings to Winnie. That is going to be awesome. We will definitely check all of this out on October 8th, 2027 for sure. Ever since the end of Sonic 3, we've had the confirmation that Sonic 4 is in the oven, since the two post-credits scenes show Shadow getting his inhibitor ring back and Amy Rose destroying a horde of Metal Sonics that were about to attack our hero. That is exactly why one of the biggest expectations for this new adventure is finally getting to see the development of the relationship between our blue hero and the lovely Amy Rose. Fans are going crazy to see if the movie is going to bring that romance where Amy tries to win over Sonic's heart. But the huge plot twist could be the return of Jim Carrey in the role of Dr. Robotnik. The theory going around is that instead of resurrecting the original villain, the movie might introduce a Robotnik from a parallel dimension. And the craziest detail, in this alternate reality, he would be a good guy scientist, and Sonic would be the big villain. It would even have been this evil Sonic who sent the Metal Sonics to destroy our Sonic. We will find all of this out on March 19th, 2027, when the movie is released in theaters all over the world. Switching from hedgehogs to birds, our third confirmed movie for this incredible list is none other than Angry Birds 3, which is going to be released on December 23rd, 2026, right after Christmas. This time around, the hot-headed Red's big mission won't be to save Bird Island, but rather to prove to his teenage kids, Glider and June, that he is not some outdated and uncool dad. Glider is simply the biggest fan of a pig who turned into a true superstar and celebrity in Eggball. Seeing his very own son idolizing a former rival is going to mess with the grumpy Redbird's ego big time. Our theory is that Red is going to dive headfirst onto the field to become an Eggball player, just to show Glider and June what he is truly capable of. We are going to see all of this real soon. And if there's one franchise that is an absolute hit machine and will definitely get a sequel soon, that franchise is Despicable Me. And it's pretty much a sure thing that we will see Gru and his family back very soon for another adventure in a fifth movie. In this new phase, Gru Jr. is going to be 8 years old and will be the spitting image of his dad when he was a kid, full of evil plans, only with a unique visual trait. He'll be a redhead, inheriting his mom Lucy's hair. Needless to say, the Minions are going to call him the new mini-boss. And speaking of time jumps, this sequel is finally going to grant one of the fans' biggest wishes, seeing the three sisters grow up. Margot, Edith, and Agnes will finally show up older, and who knows, maybe even working at the AVL alongside their parents. The likely release date for Despicable Me 5 would be in July 2028. And the year 2026 will have a huge, brand new original Disney animation hitting theaters called Hexed. In the story, we'll meet Billy, a girl who always felt a bit weird and out of place in her small town. However, everything changes when she discovers she has dormant magical powers, and by accident, manages to access a fantastical portal to a totally new dimension called Hex, which is simply the secret and hidden realm of witches. And the coolest part is that Billy goes from the weird girl at school to a sorceress with unbelievable combat powers. Only the girl will have to face evil witches who are hunting her down because they consider her an intruder in that world. Mark your calendars because this magic-filled adventure premieres on November 25th, 2026, right around Christmas. With the official release date already confirmed for July 1st, 2026, Shrek 5 is without a doubt one of the most highly anticipated returns in the entire history of animation. After so long, the new story will focus on Shrek and Fiona's daughter, Felicia, who, like many teenagers, would have run away from home to the mysterious kingdom of Even Further Away. With the disappearance of the rebellious teenage ogre, the whole family, including her two brothers, would go after her to try and bring her back. And they'd end up getting thrown in jail in this new and dangerous kingdom. That's where the perfect connection with the ending of Puss in Boots 2 comes in, where we see Puss and Kitty Softpaws sailing to the kingdom of Far, Far Away to reunite with old friends. This way, the feline duo would be in charge of the escape plan to bust the ogre family and the chatterbox donkey out of the dungeons of Even Further Away. This movie is definitely going to be hilarious.
Before we continue, just a quick heads up. If you also enjoy movies, series, and cartoons, click the subscribe button right now, all right?
After the success of the third Minions movie, we are absolutely sure that Minions 4 being released is just a matter of time. Since Minions 3 made it super clear that there are different tribes of minions scattered across the four corners of the globe, the movie could very well focus on an entirely new group of minions living somewhere else on the planet. And to dial the craziness up a notch, just imagine this new yellow tribe getting caught up in some intergalactic mess and being the ones mainly responsible for helping save Earth from a full-scale alien invasion. On the other hand, the movie could also be a direct sequel to Minions 2, where we'd see young Gru finally going off to study at the famous School of Evil, which Gru broke into in Despicable Me 4. The experts' prediction is that the release will happen around mid-2029. Let's talk now about the inevitable Zootopia 3, which we are sure Disney is already producing. If you stayed until the very last second in the theater, you saw the post-credits scene for Zootopia 2, where a feather falls right on Judy's window. This is the confirmation that we'll finally get the introduction of birds in the third movie, just like we had the inclusion of reptiles in the second feature. Have you ever imagined entire neighborhoods built high up in the sky, on top of skyscrapers, and our cop duo having to deal with suspects who can literally just fly away from the crime scene?
And speaking of our favorite cop duo, Zootopia 3 is the golden opportunity for Disney to finally deliver what the fan community has been begging for since the very first movie: the official romance between Judy and Nick. That is going to be absolutely amazing for sure. The projection for this blockbuster movie is November 2028. With the premiere date locked in for July 23, 2027, the expectation is that this new Minecraft adventure will take us back to the blocky world with a story even crazier than the first movie. And for this new journey, we'll have the famous actress Kirsten Dunst as Alex on the big screen right alongside Steve through thick and thin. Another sure thing is that the fearsome Ender Dragon will finally show its face in this second movie. Since the director kept the game's most classic boss up his sleeve during the first feature, it's pretty much a given that the huge threat in this sequel will be exactly this giant beast flying around and destroying everything in its path. Just imagine our heroes facing the dragon from the end in theaters. Man, that is going to be insane. If the gaming community is already thrilled with the confirmation of the second Minecraft movie, Just imagine when the highly anticipated Roblox the movie gets confirmed. It's practically impossible for the most played platform in the world not to get its own big screen version in the near future. The experts' bet is that this massive virtual adventure hits theaters worldwide around November 15th, 2029. The big theory for the story is that the movie would bring that classic and exciting premise of a group of regular gamers being mysteriously sucked right into the game's metaverse. From there, the madness would kick off, with the main characters having to server hop to try and get back home, passing through super famous worlds that we love, like Brookhaven, Adopt Me, and even facing dangers in a frantic combat zone inspired by Blox Fruits. Soon enough for sure, we will see Roblox in theaters. And to keep the animation bar set sky high, the sequel to one of the most fun and wacky DreamWorks movies seems to be on the way. We are talking about Dogman 2. In this new story, our hero with a dog's head and a human's body will face off against the terrible and slippery Piggy. But the best part is that Dogman isn't going to be alone in this intense fight against the evil pig, since Lil Petey is going to take up the mantle of the superhero Cat Kid. Seeing this heroic duo on the big screen is going to be incredible. The probable date for this awesome movie is October 20th, 2028. And to wrap up our epic list, everything points to a brand new live-action The Lion King movie totally focused on Kion being on its way. Kion is none other than Simba and Nala's youngest son, who starred in the beloved animated series The Lion Guard. Just imagine the goosebumps we'd get seeing Kion discovering and using the legendary Roar of the Elders on the big screen, with visual and sound effects capable of shaking the entire movie theater. Besides that, the plot would be simply perfect, since Kion's great mission isn't to lead other lions, but rather to put together a diverse protection group, gathering the fiercest, bravest, fastest, and sharpest-sighted animals in all of the Pride Lands. It would be sensational to see a honey badger, a cheetah, a hippo, and a heron working together to defend the Circle of Life against new threats. Expected to drop in May 2028, we are anxiously waiting for this day.
We've reached the end of this video, but if you like having your mind blown, this is the right place. That's why we left 2 really good videos for you to click, watch, and best of all, stay with us.